guys, it's Carter. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all having a great and amazing day today. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the one, the only Palantir stock. As of today, it jumped up 14%. So we're going to be talking about what's going on with this thing. And guys, year to date, this stock is up a whopping 83%. So there's a ton of buying pressure involved. We're going to be talking about what's going on and answering that question of should you buy Palantir stock. So I hope you guys all enjoy it. So let's dive into it. All right. So for those of you that don't know what Palantir is a company that is heavily invested into AI, data, and software. They have a whole bunch of contracts with the US Army, US Navy for hundreds of millions of dollars. Now, with the rise of AI, we all saw a huge amount of money get flooded into these types of companies. Companies like Palantir, companies like Big Bear, companies like Google, and even Microsoft have been flooded with buying pressure just because a lot of investors think the next major move is going to be AI. So why is the stock moving so much and so quick? So last week, the company announced an earnings report, and it was actually a pretty solid earnings. It was their first ever profitable quarter because for the longest time, this company was not profitable. They were using investors' money to continue to fuel and grow the business. Now they're actually starting to use some of their revenue and they have leftover cash for profit. The profit margin is only about 3%, but still it's better than nothing. And on top of that, look at some of these fundamentals. You guys will notice we've seen increasing revenue, increasing profit margin, increasing net cash flow, all this really solid stuff that Palantir is doing. But yes, that did happen last week, so why is it moving today? So as of today, we had Cathie Wood, who is the legendary investor, pretty much like today's Warren Buffett. She pretty much runs an investment firm called ARK. They pretty much invest in all things technology and all things futuristic. And she bought 900,000 shares. 900,000 shares Cathie Wood just bought, which was equivalent to about $9 million. Now, Cathie Wood's price target for Palantir is near and around anywhere from $14 to $20. So either way, for a stock that's $11, that's still a pretty solid return. So now that we kind of talked about what's going on with Palantir, now let's talk about should you invest in it. Now, a lot of people love to hop on these trains of companies that are moving and fueling up and getting buying pressure. People want to hop in and try to, sell the stock higher and buy in low, sell high, all that stuff. But I honestly think a good strategy, I know I talk about it a lot, is $2 cost average. I know it's the most basic strategy out there. Everybody wants this secret, but getting wealthy just requires consistently, and that's my approach with Palantir. I have shares. I'm continuing to invest in Palantir. I've been investing for a while, but it's a high growth, high risk stock. This is not going to be like investing into Apple or Microsoft or Google. It's not going to be like investing into those well-established blue chip stocks that have a ton of cash, and are getting a ton of revenue and all that stuff. This is a high risk stock. This stock could easily squeeze up to 20 bucks, but it also could squeeze back down to $4. It's very volatile, but for me, I think it's worth having. I think a good strategy as well would be to $1 cost average, like I mentioned, but keep it under 2% of your portfolio, meaning for every $100 you have invested into other stocks, bonds, ETFs, put $2 into Palantir. Now, the reason why you only put 2% is because, one, you always can buy more down the road, right? If this stock starts selling off, you guys can sell your shares. And if this thing goes to zero, you're only out 2%. It's a great way to minimize risk, still have some shares to make some money, but overall, guys, Palantir for me is going to be a stock that I think, looking back to 5-10 years, is going to be a big time player. They've been around for a while. The CEO is fantastic. The company itself has a whole bunch of contracts, like I mentioned, with pretty much the US governments, like the Navy, the Army, the military, all that stuff. So right now I'm buying, I'm holding, and I'm going to see what happens with it, guys. So that's what's going on and answering that question of should you buy Palantir. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you guys later. Remember to stay happy, stay positive, and stay safe. Take care, everyone. Bye.